On a recent post on my blog, I was asked a question, which is very significant today. And it was a gentleman who was struggling with his sexuality, his identity, and frightened about opening up and coming out, if you will, about his bisexual identity. And he was wondering, what can I do to help me allow myself to be myself in front of people? So what I'm about to say is probably going to be challenging to some of you, but I'm going to say it anyway. We're more concerned about other people's reaction to us when we're concerned about our own reaction to ourselves. When we point our finger out there, it usually means we're pointing something back at ourselves. When you're certain about your identity, you are certain about it, and you're going to embrace that. And if you have retaliation and reactions from people, you go, okay, because you know that's who you are and that's what you're planning on being and that's how you're going to live, and you might as well get over it and get on with it. But if there's a part of you that's hesitant and not certain, and you don't want to let it out, and because it could change, even that change, you got to be able to have to embrace in your life. If you decide to change, because you're perfectly capable of changing your sexual identity as you go along, or your sexual preferences. So first, if you think somebody's going to react, your parents, your loved ones, friends, imagine if all of a sudden you were to tell them what you believed was true for you, and find out how it benefits them. Because if you don't see the benefit, how letting them know that, and you see more drawbacks than benefits, you're going to be frightened. Fear is an assumption that you're about to get more negatives than positives, more challenges than supports from somebody. And so if you find out the benefits to them and you present it in a way on how it is a benefit to finally be able to be yourself, and you're humbly let that out in the sense of saying, hey, I've had hesitancy about bringing this out because I didn't want to deal with your reaction, but I just want to let you know that this is who I am. When you are really clear about it and you embrace that part of yourself, people around you adapt. I've seen people at first maybe have a reaction. That's not uncommon, but maybe not. Maybe they go, okay, well, that's the way it is. I know I've in my life been around people of all different sexual preferences and on the spectrum, and as long as they, whatever they are, homo, hetero, or anywhere in between, it don't interfere with my life, that's fine. I have no issue with it. If they're now trying to impose something on me, I might react. So communicate your identity as clearly as possible, and write down the benefits to them of knowing and to adapting for it. But mainly write down the benefits to you of being truthful to yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be living with a repression, and many times that eventually causes more of a health issue and more of a psychological issue than it does to just deal with reactions. If you're addicted to praise, criticism is going to hurt. If you're wanting to be liked by everybody, you're not going to be liked by everybody. If you're not acknowledging that you're the hero and villain of the world, and you're trying to be the hero, not the villain, and the saint, not the sinner, as you will, then you're not going to go very far in life, because life is going to automatically surround you with people that like and dislike what you do, no matter what it is. I don't care. I've had people that judge me for my language because it's not necessarily always spectrum. It's polarized sometimes. Okay, so they can be upset with it. And I learned from it. I learned how to communicate more effectively, and you win out of it in the long run. You adapt. So write down the benefits to you of speaking up. Write down the benefits to the people that you're concerned about their reaction. Write down the benefits to yourself of their reaction. The worst case scenario, if you can find out how you can use that to your advantage. And know this, you won't be reacting. And know this, that no matter how many times you have people challenging you, there'll be supporters. The more the rejection, the more the acceptance. They come in pairs. So if you're worried about somebody rejecting you, just know other people will be supporting you. And don't get attached to one form. As in Buddhism, they said, watch out for the attachments. We get infatuated with people, we fear their loss. We get resentful to people, we fear their gain. If we love them for who they are, and we're neutral on them, we adapt. So don't project an expectation everybody's supposed to like you or think that's great, whatever you do. Just Be true to yourself. Unto thyself be true, as they say. And if that's what it is. But if you're not certain about it, then you're probably going to hesitate because you don't want to cause misreactions until you're certain. But if you are certain, then honor it. When you love yourself, so does the world. They'll adapt. They'll respond. I've met people, like I say, from all different levels of sexual, preferences, and they're all worthy of love. No matter what you've done or not done, you're worthy of love. That's the key. So stick to the authenticity. Your body will create signs and symptoms to guide you back to authenticity. Be honest with yourself. If you have a certain preference, then certain identity, then okay. But if you're not certain, don't blame other people for their reactions. That's your own fear that's running you. So find out. Fear is only the drawbacks more than benefits. Find out how it benefits you no matter what they do so you can use it to your advantage and see it on the way, not in the way. And give yourself permission to be you. Because you don't want to have to fit into the world's idea about who you're supposed to be when you're not. But be sure that's what's true for you. If you're not certain, you'll probably hesitate. If you are certain, declare the truth. The magnificence of who you are is far greater than any fantasies you hold on to yourself about. So, anyway, just wanted to share that. Give yourself permission to be yourself.